from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a wall of defense when it comes to attacking the paint. Plain and simple.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City.
And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders, but thus far he's proved to be worth it. And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
And stolen by James. And, oh, here we go. Smith's got it, the desperate chance. And Love throws it down.
And from an offensive standpoint, they have just been stellar.
Yeah, really good. I mean, extremely well coached, fluid, efficient. Man, it's been a lot of fun to watch. The points just keep piling up because they've been such a well-oiled machine.
Knocks down the 3-ball. Love's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. I mean, it's all been good.
The drive by James, and it's blocked. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession.
And for long stretches of the season, the Thunder, they had a short bench early on due to injury and just having a short rotation. They did change things up, though, as they went through that regular season.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in. Dion Waiters checked in for the Thunder. Payne comes in for Andre Robertson. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Well, for the Thunder, Greg, you're talking about, they did have to go to their bench more and more. And Clark, as the season wore on, their bench players were playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah, actually they ended up in the top 10 in bench minutes played. The trades they made at the deadline helped bring depth to the team, and they took advantage of it.
So here's Westbrook. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Thompson.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
Payne. And the rejection by Smith.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Ibaka.
No clue where that pass is going. That is a brutal turnover.
A different look now for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Love. Iman Shumpert has come in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. The Thunder also changing it up. Enes Kanter comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Foy in for Payne. Now here's LeBron. He's got 12. Here's Thompson. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do. And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job with anticipation of the carom and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
And the shot is good. Thunder have got a paltry 0 of 6 to begin the third quarter. What a terrible start.
That athletic ability
Yeah.
there.
He has a highlight reel unto himself, guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
that could very well be a contender for Dunk of the Year and perhaps might make its way all over the internet.
I tell you what, that is the crowd pleaser of all crowd pleasers.
Kicks it out to James. Shumpert gets a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to James. And it's 9 points for Iman Shumpert. Westbrook dishes to Foy. And Waiters kicks to Cantor. And good on the basket. Book it.
Assisted by Dion.
23 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's James. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
This is a nice third quarter surge here. They've got it going right now.
And a perfect time to get hot, just as we get into the meat of the second half here.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
He's been attacking the rim with reckless abandon. They're searching for answers. Some way they got to figure out how to contain him.
Way too many shots in close, and he's got to get his guys to cut that down in terms of points in the paint.
Clearly the reason for the timeout, Greg. I mean, he wants his guys to toughen up inside and start protecting the rim.
Knocked away. Here's Shumpert. Great D that time from Durant. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Cleveland ahead, running away with it. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. Matthew Dellavedova is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then it's Mozgov. Then there's Channing Frye. And it's Jefferson in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Yeah, the score has a lot to do with that. Their overall effort and execution has been elite.
To the paint. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Iman Shumpert. Jumps up. It's deflected. To the inside. And stolen by Frye. Here's Mozgov. And he slams it one-handed.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. McRae's checked in for the Cavaliers. Williams comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. And then for Oklahoma City, Mitch McGary's checked in for Enes Kanter. And it's Foy in for Anthony Morrow.
Flying high and throwing down the hard one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
And really, he does that one as well as anyone. Kev, you're right. That's like his signature move once he goes airborne.
Here's Frye. Boom, he jams it straight down.
That one was solid. There's a big difference in the field goal percentages between these two teams here in the second half.
And, Greg, that difference has come about because we've got one team moving crisply, getting good shots, and the other is just kind of stagnant.
A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson comes in for Mozgov. And it's James Jones in for Channing Frye. Williams kicks to Thompson. Rejected by Collison. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Foy with the ball. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Nobody near Williams. Cleveland the rebound. Pass to Jefferson. The feed now to Jones. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. That's good.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Foy from long range.
They're not getting the open looks like they did in the first half. I think they're going to need to be crisp in their offensive execution here if they want to win this game. That means ball movement, solid screens, handling the ball, and then making good shots.
And finished off by Jefferson.
Hello. I mean, that's what I call a move.
Woo! That is some artistry. Greg, you're right. On his way to the basket, he was soaring.
Hey, bump the move. How about the finish? That's right, fella. Bang that thing.
Singler, no good.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Iman Shumpert has come in for McRae. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Mo Williams. And Oklahoma City also making a switch. Cantor, he checked in for Nick Collison. Cantor, the pass to Singler. Knocked loose. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. And finished off by Jefferson.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
Agreed, Steve, and as one-sided as it gets today. You know, Clark, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
You're right, Kevin. It's hard to think of anything that didn't go right for them. I mean, game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was spot on.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Love. You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Channing Frye's checked in for Jones. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Collison's out there near the three-point line. It's Foy. And again, no good by Oklahoma City. Feeds it to Frye. Inside. Here's Jefferson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a really strong year for the Cavs. 53 wins for them, good for the sixth best mark in team history. A lot of those wins also came against the West, making it even more impressive.
Cavs were very strong against the West. 18-12 record for them overall, second only to the Hawks in the East.
And they really turned it on against the West from mid-January on. How about going 14-1 in the West in their last 15 matchups, and that included a 10-game win streak against the West.
The dish to Cantor. Singler left side. Expanding his range. That's good. "16 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now Shumpert. "17-foot shot on the way. off on that one. So we see the